Samsung Galaxy S11, here it is. We got our first real look at what this phone is going to look like. Thanks to the ever reliable OnLeaks, this time in association with 91 Mobiles, we have got our first live look at what the Samsung Galaxy S11 phone will be bringing us this time around. These renders are based on leaked CAD information. He takes this information and puts it together to produce a render that is extremely accurate to what the actual device will look like. First off, confirmation that the notch has indeed been moved to the center. It had been rumored for a while, and we've seen the center notch in a lot of leaked renders of Samsung's mid-range phones. The A51 and the A71 all had this middle centered notch, and now confirmation that the Galaxy S11 phones will also have it there. Because the notch is in the center, that means usually that the back camera setup is placed off to the side, and that is indeed what has happened on the S11 phones. This design is again very similar to what we see in the mid-range phones from Samsung this time around. An enlarged camera cutout, so rather than having an elongated rectangle, it's more of a boxy shape. Definitely a departure in design from what we saw in the S10 and the Note 10 series phones. Interestingly, this looks a lot like the camera setup that we see in the Honor V30, which is releasing very soon from Huawei. It's a very similar design. As we know, the camera setup is rumored to feature a high megapixel camera, although slightly different to the one that Samsung supplied Xiaomi for their Mi Note 10. A 5x optical zoom camera is also rumored for the phone to bring it in line with what Huawei are giving us in the P series of phones, because they are really direct competition. Definitely a much more rounded off design than we see in the Note series, which is a little boxier. It's definitely an evolution in design from the S10 series. This has really confirmed all the rumors that we've heard. Samsung will not be using a waterfall display and sticking with the very subtle curve that they've been using for the last few years. The top bezel looks absolutely tiny, and the bottom bezel does look a little bit bigger. The screen is also tipped to come with a 120 Hertz refresh rate, and this has been backed up by a lot of code that has been found in the One UI Beta software. That means Samsung are going straight from a 60 Hertz all the way to 120 Hertz refresh rates, according to this leak, keeping the 2K or Quad HD resolution. We also got leaked information that the charging speed for the S11, that is the middle phone, not the E or the Plus version, will be getting 25 watt charging. That brings it in line with the Note 10, so also expect the S11 Plus to have fast charging in line with the Note 10 Plus. All in all, I do think it is a big improvement from the S10 phones, especially in the camera department, and the design overall just has taken that next step forward. And the biggest change that everyone will notice, if it is true, is the 120 Hertz refresh rate. That will make the S11 phones feel completely different from the S10 phones. Subscribe for all the latest tech news and everything to do with Samsung. That's it for now, but I'll see you in the next one.